keep golf as simple as possible. Better golf, but more enjoyable golf as well. So your hands are rotating at the same time as your coil. Keep it simple. Get onto 3. It pulls your right hand over your left, but you can do that little flick exercise like that. And keep golf simple. Hi everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel. Thank you very much for joining me. My name is Warren Bennett. We've got Trev just behind the camera, being camera shy for once. As you can tell from the drone shot back there, got a pretty windy one. That's why we're out the wind here, just at the front of the tee. So I'm going to tell you a little statement, I think that came from Tom Watson, Kiss Golf, and it's keep it simple. I won't say the last word. And I've got a little phrase that I'm going to give to you, and a little exercise to show you that you can keep it simple. That's the secret of not only better golf, but more enjoyable golf as well. Get the back camera set up. Trev's just having a lay down there, and I'm going to tell you what this Kiss Golf phrase is all about. Okay everyone, so thanks very much for joining me for another one, and really appreciate you taking the time out to watch this video. And I'm not going to be naive enough to say the golf is simple. Golf isn't simple, especially the golf swing. There's a lot going on, isn't there? There's a lot of moving parts. Everything has to be moving. Some things have to be still. So it's tricky to try and juggle all those parts and try and get all those cogs of the wheel moving in unison. You wouldn't tell someone who was learning to juggle 3 balls at the same time. You'd learn probably just to throw 1 to either hand, make sure that's correct. Then you would do 2. And then you can hopefully get onto 3. Don't ask me to do 4. And we can't have too many swing thoughts, that's for certain. So I like little phrases that I'm going to say to you to go on the golf course. They can really help you declutter your brain. And we've all been there. I've been there hundreds and hundreds of times, where you're standing there, you don't know what the ball's doing, you don't know what your swing's doing, and you don't know where to go. So Kiss Golf, and I think it came from Tom Watson, I'm not sure. If I haven't, please let me know. He's basically saying keep golf simple. It's John Jacobs, and he said a fantastic little phrase, which is 2 turns and a swish. Now that's obviously very simplistic, but what he's saying is what we need to achieve in a golf swing is we need to firstly turn away from the ball. I don't like the word turn, but we'll say turn from John's perspective. And then it's a turn on the way through. So it's a turn on the backswing, and then we're turning on the way through. And in the middle of those 2 turns, we are swishing. So what we're doing, we are basically twisting 90 degrees in the backswing. We're kind of coming back to square. So we're doing 90 and then we're doing another 90. So we're going 90 degrees and then we're rotating our shoulders pretty much 180 degrees towards that. If you're struggling with a swishing movement, point the club up, point the club up. So you're basically turning your wrist over 180 degrees. So you're mirroring what your shoulders are doing. So your hands are rotating at the same time as your coil. We'll call it a turn. And then on the way down, it's doing the same thing. Our hands are mirroring. Our right hand, let's say our rear hand, it's always mirroring and pointing towards your body. Obviously you can't feel that in motion, and that's what's going to give you that little swish down the bottom. So one little feel exercise that you can do, a little crossover, you can put the club behind your neck if you like, but I've got a dodgy shoulder. So we're twisting, so I'm really feeling it in my belly, getting my shoulders turned. You can see my club is pointing left side as you look at the ball there. From here now we're trying to duplicate the same twist on the way through. You can see my right shoulder's taken place of my left shoulder, and then you're looking up there. So that's a great little exercise. If you're doing that in a window or a mirror, is you're twisting so the club's kind of looking down, so you can see what your shoulders are doing in terms of your angle, and then you're trying to mirror, so you're trying to take the place of your left shoulder, and your right shoulder needs to take that place there. So your left shoulder's there, right shoulder's there, allowing my weight to kick over. And that's your turn element of 2 turns and a swish. And then down the bottom we're feeling a little bit of swish. So let's do the turn element first, see if I can mirror image that. Oh, a bit thin, but straight. And then the swishing part is we can turn our club around, we can grip it head end, and we can try and swish it down the bottom. If you don't release that club, if you keep that club very passive, or your hands very passive, there's going to be a limited amount, but even if you do swish it a little bit, you will feel the amount of effort you're putting in. So what you want to try and do with a swishing element, turn it around again, is you really want to try and be as still as you can. Once we layer that turn into it, it will be even better in terms of matching those two ingredients up. So you're pointing the club up, so you've got some angle there, keeping the angle a little bit, and then you're really going to let go of it. So you're keeping a little bit of 90 degrees, drop it down to your right shoe area, release it. Try and blend that up. So you're really delaying that release, because if you've got something to release, you now really can snap it at the bottom as much as you can. And that's going to give you that swish down there. But you can do that little flick exercise like that. Another great exercise to help with release is the baseball drill. So you can put your club out horizontal, doesn't have to be as much as this, and you're swinging horizontal. What swinging horizontal does, it pulls your right hand over your left. There's your release. And it's done correctly because it's done with your hands and forearms, it's not done with the shoulder. So naturally, because you're at this flat angle, it allows the rotation and the release. And you can see that, and you can really hear it. So the flat baseball swings are absolutely fantastic. You can bring them down a little bit so you don't have to be that much. Down to the ball, same feeling. Great little exercise that. And then, obviously fast tracking it here, you're trying to blend the two motions up. A little bit of twisting, left shoulder, right shoulder, swish it in the middle. So it's a great little kind of mantra to take on the golf course. Say left shoulder, so you can feel your left shoulder into your chin, and then you're trying to hit your right shoulder in the same place whilst your chin's still there. Then obviously at the end you've got to see where you're going. Give it a little flick down the bottom, left shoulder into chin, right shoulder, and swish it down the bottom. Many elite golfers are trying not to do that. They're trying to keep the swish away from there. So, but they've still got the turn. So elite golfers who want to take a bit of hands off it, take a bit of hook off it, you can really feel your right hand a little bit under. So you don't have to do the swishing bit, but you can still do the turning element. So I'm going to take away the swishing element of two turns and a swish. There we go, nice high fade there, even into this right to left wind. Beautiful. But keeping it simple on the golf course is going to be our ticket to a little bit more enjoyable golf. Can't say the golf ball's going to be remote control and you're going to have perfect control, but having little feelings like this onto the golf course, little mantras like this, little exercises that you can do, it'll kind of get your shoulders looking down, get your right shoulder down into your chin, a little bit of weight shift and a bit of swish down the bottom. There we go. Keep golf as simple as possible. Oh, went further too. Okay everyone, so Trev knows it's the end of the video. He's very clever, aren't you, Trev? We bid you farewell, and I just want to say thank you very much for everyone's support. Thank you for stopping by if you're a regular viewer of the channel. I know people's time is limited, but it goes a long way to knowing you're out there supporting me, and not only that, hopefully you're getting something out of the channel as well and getting better at golf and more enjoyable golf as well. And for you people who have joined the academy either through the YouTube membership scheme or the Patreon I've got now, if you have, thank you very much. Your generosity is very, very much appreciated. Thank you very much. Okay everyone, so from a very windy but sunny Chestfield, we bid you farewell. Have a great golfing week if you're playing. Stay healthy on and off the golf course. And for myself and Trev, we'll see you next time. Cheerio! Oh, that's a lovely one. Oh, he's run the wrong way. Trev, you're going the wrong way. He's smelling it. Yes, he's got it. Definitely camera shy.